Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Nidoking and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy V. Last time we had watched a bunch of cutscenes and somehow snuck into Pirate Hideout and stole their ship. We're about to, but see if we can get out of here successfully. But with no wind, I doubt we're gonna be able to get the boat moving. So yeah, there we go, we have a problem there. And it looks like you were caught. Uh-oh. Oh well. So, welcome back, like I said. I know I promised probably Donkey Kong Country or something like that. The problem is I just don't have much time to record in the mornings. And I know Donkey Kong Country takes quite some time to record. And quite some concentration, too. So, I don't know. I just don't know when I'm going to be able to record that again. So, alright, so I just decided to play this again. Also, we're about to get into our first dungeon, too. Which means the game actually picks up. Which is nice, because kind of last time we were just kind of getting our butt kicked everywhere we went. So, alright then. She's freaking out because she saw the pendant that the princess had. So, although we already knew she was a princess, nobody else did. Ooh. So now we're stowaways. Yeah, isn't that how it always goes? I want to explore that room that you're in right here in this cutscene, but I don't know how you would get into that room. Like, I don't know. You never even get the ship again later on in the game. I wish you would. But, oh well. So, today is a beautiful Thursday morning. It is one of the few days I do not have anything going on this week, which is absolutely awesome. And, actually, yesterday, my class canceled right after recording this yesterday. Also, I realized that the audio for the game was way too loud. So, I turned that way down. So, hopefully it's better this time around. But yeah, so my class was canceled yesterday, and that's a new record for being the second class and being canceled already. Because that almost, I mean, okay, so at my college, like, teachers cancel class like every day for some reason. So here she was, and it was like the second day. She was sick, which I understand. Like, if you're sick, you can't come in, but sometimes they just didn't want to, or they had like a conference or something stupid. So. Yep, so now I had off yesterday, and I recorded that and got that all set and uploaded, and now I'm just recording this today. Hopefully I'll get this edited, and maybe even uploaded if I have time. But yeah. One game that I've been wanting to pick up recently, actually, is Xenoblade Chronicles for the 3DS. And it's like I have it for the Wii. Remember I purchased it for the Wii back when it was, like, available still. I didn't realize it was going to be a rarity when I bought it. I didn't realize that it was getting hard to find them, but I was like, alright, I just wanted it because I liked JRPGs at the time. So, I picked it up, and I haven't ever played it that far. I played to the part, well, there's a certain part in the intro where, like, I don't know. If you've played the game and you've played the intro, you know the part that I'm talking about, where you set off for your actual adventure then. So, like, I've played up to that part, and I just stop every single time I try. It's weird. But, who knows? Maybe I'll finish it someday if I'm lucky. But, it seems pretty cool. It seems a lot like, to me, it seems a lot like Final Fantasy X for some reason. Something about it just gives off this Final Fantasy X feel about it. And you better believe whenever I get a capture card, I'm gonna Let's Play that, so I'm pretty pumped about it. Maybe I'll do it blind too, so I actually finish it this time. Alright. So, what's going on? This game, pretty much, she released us because she saw Lana's pendant. And now we're setting sail. So, also with Thursdays, I'm pretty pumped. They have, at Buffalo Wild Wings, if you ever go to Buffalo Wild Wings at all, it's pretty cool because they have 65-cent wings on Thursdays. Should I sail into the Wind Shrine? No. So you can have them autopilot you there at this part, but it's actually not even really necessary. Because you can also stop over at this town if you want to. Pick up some supplies first, but I don't know, I'd rather not. I'm actually going to head up here and go straight to the shrine. Because I'm pretty well set as far as equipment goes. I mean, there's really not much better equipment you can get at this point, and except for maybe picking up some sort of weapon for golf. But besides that, you're pretty well set, especially with what's her name, Farish on your team being level 3. So you're pretty well set at this point. Although I may need to do some farming here, just because I didn't do hardly any farming in that cave at all. But Princess Lana, what happened? What's the matter? Yeah, it's true. So this guy seems to be part of the King's Royal Guard or something like that. I'll tell you what, I need to get a new controller. This controller I've had since, like, God, I must have had it since probably at least, like, 5 or 6 years now, easily. Because I got a freshman and a sophomore summer. And that was, now I'm a junior in college, so it's like, I've had it for quite some time. It's time to upgrade. Now, the nice thing about the Game Boy Advance ports with these games is that if you hold down the B button, even in 6, this is the same thing. Even in 6, you don't need to have the sprint shoes to be able to run in these games. So it's actually really nice with these games to be able just to run right after that. Because I know some of the people's biggest gripes with 6 for the SNES was the fact that everybody needed to get their own like pair of sprint shoes to be able to run. Especially when you split up the three teams split up in it. You need like 3 pairs of split shoes and it's like, or sprint shoes, and it's like, ugh, you know. So speaking of shoes, actually, I just got leather shoes. Where's everybody's attack defense look like? Yeah, no. Her defense is low. I don't know why it's so low. The little amount of strength that she has, I'm going to give them to her. So there we go with that. Sorry, I like wanted to read through there, but... So this shouldn't be that hard of a battle. Black Goblins are pretty easy. Recently, what I've been doing is actually like playing through Final Fantasy IX just because it came out in Steam. And the Steam version is actually really good of it. Like, I have not played like such a good version of a video game for a while. So here's a save circle. With save circles, you can save, tent, all those things that you can do in the overworld pretty much. You know, just standard, typical stuff. I'm going to go left here. I do think I missed some. No, the other room's just fine, so I didn't really miss that much. So all's good with that. The sprite work in this game is absolutely phenomenal too. Like, they would look really good, especially for the GBA port. But yeah, I never actually owned this on Game Boy Advance. I don't think. I think I bought it on mobile and played it there. That was not the first time I played it. I think the first thing I played of it was the translated Super Nintendo on some website thing that I found online. I played it on that, and that was a lot of fun. It was hard though. That was when I was switching rooms. I was playing on my Inspiron. So that was like the first time I ever experienced this game. And I don't know, it was fun. I had played, actually I think this was the first retro Final Fantasy I ever played. Except to then I had only seen my brother play 10, yeah. Well, I've watched my brother, whoa, what? Oh, I didn't even know that. I'd seen my brother play through 7, and I had seen, who else was it? I had seen my brother also play through, which one is it? Well, I had played through 10 myself, I own 10, but I had played through 9 myself, and I had watched my brother's one friend play 8, so I was no stranger to Final Fantasy, but I always wondered, since like 7 was the first one I heard about, yeah, I was even that type of person where it was like, what about the other 6, you know? Because I only came into 7 at the time. And people would tell me there was like 6 other ones, but we only got 3 here. It was just confusing, especially back at the time when I had no internet to look anything up. But anyways, so here we are at our first boss fight here. It is the Wing Raptor. Pretty much the only gimmick with this boss fight is when he closes his wings, you don't want to attack. Because he's, if you attack or counter attack with something called like Gust or Wing something, I don't even know. Ultimately, besides that, he's really not that difficult because he'll only hit off 10s and whatnots on you. The only time you really have to worry is if you hit him while his wings are closed, which unfortunately can actually happen by accident sometimes. God knows I've done that before, like multiple times by accident. Oh my god, I got him without even doing that. Holy crap. That's pretty good, actually. I'm surprised because really it's just random whether he's going to close his wings or not. So to get it without him closing his wings once was actually pretty good for a boss fight. So alright, here we are at the crystal room, but it's all shattered. Oh no! Oh, what are they doing? And then after this whole entire part, we're gonna get introduced to one of the best Final Fantasy fighting and the just systems in general of all time, if you ask me. So here we are, and there's the crystal, the fire crystal. You can tell it's got red tint everywhere. Oh man, I forget what the other 4 crystals look like? So this is the wind crystal. Then there's the water. Oh, the fire. Okay, I'm forgetting the water. Yeah, the water's right there. I was sitting there, I was like, what's the water shrine? Because I remember the earth shrine's location, I remember the fire shrines, I remember the wind, but I couldn't remember the water. But you actually do go to the water shrine next, believe it or not. But there's a lot in between here and the water shrine, I'll tell you what. So, this is definitely a very long Final Fantasy game too. I don't know, whenever I play Final Fantasy games, I like to always think, like, since I started off on 7, I always like to sit there and think, like, where would the disc end if this was a, like, 3 or 4 disc game? Where would it all end? Or, like, where would each disc end at? And, like, for this game, I don't even know where this one would end. I have a feeling that if it was split into 2, I know exactly where it would split, but same with Final Fantasy 6, it's like, if that was split into 2 discs, it's like so obvious where the last 2 would be. So, even 3 maybe, you could see like 3 discs with Final Fantasy 6, but I don't know. Final Fantasy is definitely just one of those franchises I've always loved. I don't know, it's just a fun game. It's a really fun game that I've always enjoyed playing, you know. So, but the first Final Fantasy game I got was 9, believe it or not, and that was on my birthday. So, I remember my parents took me out shopping, and my brother had a PlayStation, but like he never let me play it, because he was not a bad brother, because he was a really cool brother. I really like him, and he was really awesome. Like, once I got to high school, he was really cool. But like, besides that, like, I don't know. He was always just like very protective about stuff, but like I can't understand that because I'm the same way sometimes. But if you read that there, we got some legendary crystal powers now. So let's go ahead and check out these powers. If we ever got out of here, we can explain to you the new system of battling. Lana, Farish would say. Shakes her head. Yeah, let's go. There should be a war panel behind this. Right. And then you got that Final Fantasy music, boy. You know that you're in for a journey when you hear that music. You just know you are. So let's warp on out of here. And here it is. I love this opening music or this main theme music. It's crazy good main theme music. So, and here's Boku about. Would you like an explanation of using crystal fragments and the job system? No, thank you. So, in my opinion, people said 3 was really good job system, and it was. It was absolutely a phenomenal job system. But to be quite frank, this game's job system is 1,000 times better than that job system. So pretty much what you have here is you every single time you see a crystal, you get these new abilities or these new jobs. So we have Knight, Monk, Thief, White Mage, Black Mage, Blue Mage, and Freelancer, which is what we just all were. So usually what I like to do is I like to make Lana here a Black Mage and have all that set up. I usually always make Farish the Thief for now, just because she's already so like good with it anyways, and she's got her dagger there. And then I usually make Golf either a Monk or a Blue Mage, which I might actually go ahead and make him a Blue Mage this time. So he's got the blue command. Holy crap, he's stacked, man, I'll tell you what. So that's our entire team for now. I mean, you can change it whenever. And then the other part that comes up is you see that I have these job commands. Once you level up with a job, you get the ability. So you can start mixing and matching. So you can be a Black Mage. If you've already been a Black Mage for long enough, you could in turn be a Knight using Black Magic then. Although your MP won't be near as high as if you were a Black Mage, you can still use Black Magic. So that's actually one of the coolest things I think about this game's job system. So now, for now, I'm actually going to return back to this town here and go shopping. Purchase a few new things that we might need as far as armor and things like that, and spells. Actually, mostly spells. Although I'm afraid that I don't have much gold because of the fact that I missed out on a lot of gold and farming in the last dungeon we were in. But so I'm going to go ahead and buy the abilities first. So I know I don't really have any white mages right now, but I'm actually going to buy the white mage things. You definitely want thunder right now, and you definitely want fire. I'm going to pick up Blizzard just because I want to play it safe. But besides that, you really don't need anything else. You don't need Libre right now. Okay, please move. Thank you. Let's go and see if anybody can use any better weapons. Oh, here comes Farish. That's the nice thing about this is that you can buy for Farish as well. So I'm actually going to buy a rod for Lana just because she really needs one. Unfortunately, I really don't think I have any money left for armor, but that's fine because of the fact that we're gonna be we're gonna be back to town before. Dude, stop. Thank you. We're gonna be back to another town before too long. So like here I can buy one leather cap, but that's all I really need for now. So I'm not gonna really worry too much about that. And I'll just give the leather cap to probably just give it to Bart's, honestly. Bart's or Lana. I think Lana can use it actually, can't she? Yeah, but she's got the shoes, so I'm just gonna give the leather cap to Bart's. So then there's one more fun little cutscene you can actually do here that I'm actually gonna go ahead and do. It's optional. It's just funny. So let's go ahead and do that. If you run up here, you can see Farish sleeping, and here's a fun little episode or fun little cutscene where Farish, where Bart's and then Golf go in and notice that she's got the titty. So yeah, he's all confused because he's a guy. So. And he's the same way, because all of them think that Farish is a guy at this point, so they're really bizarre right now, because they're like, why is he so hot? So. At least I think that's what it was, but. Hold on. Alright, so that's that little cutscene for you. Alright, and now let's go on and continue the story for now, honestly. So, oh, 60 minutes. Man, we're almost up to the time limit on this episode. Oh, well, I could probably still get this cutscene in. So next time we can continue on to the canal. So, okay, I'm pretty sure this is Zoke's house. Someone you know? Heck yeah. He built the I don't even remember what the canal is called. How am I supposed to remember that? So I take it that's Zoke. Great Zokes, right? So, oh man, I was told to text my mom when I woke up, but she never texted back, because I texted her, but whatever. I think Rachel works till 2, so I might actually record another few episodes of this, just because I know I won't be able to record this weekend. I've got a pretty packed weekend this coming weekend. Because I work Friday night, I work Saturday night, and then I also work Sunday. No, I don't work Sunday. What am I saying? I have off till Tuesday then. I have off Sunday, which is really nice. So I actually work. When do I work? Oh man, I can't remember when I work. No, I don't work. Sunday we have a picnic with my family possibly, and then after that we also have me and Rachel are throwing a little bit of a party at her house with all of our friends. So that's gonna be pretty cool too. I'm excited for that. But unfortunately, like, we don't have much time to prepare for it or do anything. So, like, after our picnic with my family on Sunday, we're gonna have to go and do all the cooking and crap like that. Which we're just gonna probably have hot dogs and stuff like that, which isn't that hard to cook. You know, anybody can cook that. So, oh man, I always imagined what like playing these games in like a CRT would look like. I want to build like a Raspberry Pi someday that would like have like a, what do they call it, AV output. AV? What's it AV? Like the white yellow, or the yellow white red? I've always wondered what it'd be like, because I'd always love to like build a Raspberry Pi emulator to be able to play these games, because these games are just impossible to come by, and like as much as I'd love to support it, I'm not paying like $5,000 to get a Super Nintendo and then import a version of this from Japan where I can't understand anything, you know? So I think it'd just be best to do that, but my buddy figured out how to build a Raspberry Pi that does that. The only problem is that it has to output to HDMI, and the Nintendo 64 emulator sucks. But that's fine because I still have a Nintendo 64 downstairs, so that's always fun. Well, no, it's not downstairs. I gave it to my brother a while back, so. Alright, and there we go. We got the key to the tunnel of the canal, or the something canal, which is pretty cool. So that means we're set to set sail for the canal. So let's go ahead and leave the town here real quick. And room. And just as you're about to leave, we almost forgot Farish. Here she comes out. And wait up. And here comes our entire pirate crew to come with, probably. Sorry, lads, I'm leaving you all behind. Uh-oh. Looks like it's just gonna be the 4 of us from here on out. So, there you go. That's how the group is formed. And this is pretty much where the game actually picks up and starts for me. You know, it's where, you know, you kind of are like, you form your group and this is it. This is where we're going. You have like the actual system. You have a dungeon under your belt now. And you're all set to go. It's just really cool. I like it. There's always a point like that in the game where you guys actually set out for your adventure, and then you know that that's where like the world opens up and you're free to roam. You know, there's always one of those times. So let's hop on the ship here, and after this cutscene, I'll probably have to call it an episode here. But so here we are trying to consult Lana and try to get her to calm down that her father's gone, but her father's not actually gone, just not there. So now we have to protect the crystals we're talking about. Pretty much what they're talking about is the first crystal, the air crystal, exploded. And her father had said that they need to protect the crystals. Golf doesn't know what he's doing because he has amnesia. Bart's said that his dad always was like, hey, you need to go on an adventure and whatnot. And Farish doesn't even know what she's doing. She just thinks that she'll figure out who Lena's father is because she kind of feels that she knows him somehow. So the whole time I was going along, I always thought from this point, I always thought Farish was actually Lena's dad or something. So we have these crystals and it's like, let's do it, you know, let's go save the world. Isn't that how it always starts? Sure enough, let's be off, yeah? Isn't that the truth? Well guys, there you go. 2 episodes in and we're just now starting the journey. We have a long way to go with this. This is probably going to be, without a doubt, my longest Let's Play series to date. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hang in there, guys. It does pick up, although it's about to pick up real quick here. And I will see you all in the next video.